And you are tuned in to Life Uncensored with Skylar Dawn.
And Dallas Lewis.
We are here tonight to serve you.
Yes.
Another Tuesday night.
Another Tuesday night. And it's still raining in Houston. I swear I get dressed up for you. I do. I put on makeup. I do my hair. And this is what you get. I think I'm going to try and bring the center part back. Like, just straight on. Although it's Halloween, I could be the old lady in the woods that jumps out and scares little children. But
I thought you do that anyways.
It is my hobby. I do love, I do enjoy that. It's the best part about October, really my year.
I was going to say, I think
I do that year round.
I
do that year round, but I'm just, this humidity and the rain here, I'm just done. I'm done with the rain. A little bit.
Okay, wow.
Well,
I have curly hair.
And it looks amazing.
It stays frizzy and curly. That's because I haven't been outside. If I go outside, I'm like a lion's mane.
I would love to see that. With no product. I would love to see. I'm going to get you a picture. I'm going to post it on our Instagram. I'm going to catch her with no product in her hair. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to put it on Instagram.
Okay, for all of my black girlfriends, you know that's not happening.
And then I'm going to need bodyguards.
Yeah,
so
you will.
I'm just saying I'm going to need a little bit of help on that one, because if I actually catch her off guard with nothing in her hair, then I'm going to need some help.
Yeah, that won't happen.
This may be our last episode.
Yeah, my hairdresser Kim is probably rolling in the floor right now.
Laughing?
Yeah.
And while other people are probably praying for my safety right now. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sean and Tanya are like, that's really funny.
That's funny. That's okay.
Super funny.
That's okay. I'm in pretty good shape. I can run faster. So anyway, how was your week?
What's that, like you owe me a Coke?
Jinx. But get out of my head. Get out of my head right now. Just get out of my head. How was your week?
It's the first of the month.
Is it?
Yeah.
What month? Oh, we are in October.
You wouldn't know because you don't ever have to pay your bills.
That's mean. I mean,
but it's true.
It's true, but it is mean.
You're a spoiled brat.
I am. I'm so good at it, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
so
I
good
throw
at
something at you right now?
No, because we just got everything situated, and I'm pinned into my dress. And no, wait till after the show. Wait for the bloopers reel. I'm just gonna say, wait for the bloopers reel.
Yeah, that'll be a fun reel.
We can charge money for that one. You're getting all of this for free.
Since I'm in control of all the video.
Great.
It'll all be your bloopers.
Great. Yeah.
But no, my week has been this weekend. I got to decorate for Halloween. Well, my house is still a disaster because I'm still decorating on the inside. But the outside, when
looks
rains,
amazing.
Thank you.
It does look amazing.
Thank you.
I'm terrified of it. I need a chaperone to come through this house.
It gets kind of scary.
October. It scares me to death. I can't even, I'm scared to walk around any wall, corner, or anything because I don't know what's going to jump out.
I know, I have scary guys everywhere, huh?
Everywhere.
I love it.
Everywhere.
But I was a little concerned because we had so much rain on Saturday.
Yes.
So I thought, I won't get it all finished. So a friend came over on Sunday and helped me finish.
I wasn't that friend.
No, you were not.
I do not do outside manual labor.
But I got it all done.
And it looks good.
Oh, thank you.
And it looks good.
And then I just got to finish the inside, and then I'm going to have a party. Are you going to come?
I don't know. I knew she was going to ask me that. And I knew she was going to ask me that live in front of everybody. And then I'm going to have...
trip pressure.
Oh, and then she's
Unlike the guilt trip she puts on my friend Tanya.
I told Tanya she had a pass tonight because the weather was bad, and I wasn't gonna focus on that this week. But next week, Tanya, I want you here. Just saying. I miss you. I miss you. I want to see you. I promise not to have any strawberries.
Make fun of you.
No, I don't. I promise not to have any strawberries. My week was really good. The last couple weeks have been sort of rough, and I figured out that when life knocks you down, you pretty much just have to get up, look life square in the face and say, you hit like a bitch. And so I'm up and I'm doing good. And this has been a great week. It's only Tuesday, but I'm, fine. I'm fine. I'm good. We've been remodeling. Okay, we've been remodeling, and I know everybody's probably going, oh, you poor thing. Everybody that has come into my house, every contractor that has come into my house has asked me if we flooded, because Houston was under, I don't know, like 60 feet of water last year. We did not flood. My sweet husband found Pinterest, and therefore we destroyed our house. So we got to move back into our bedroom this weekend.
Yay!
So that's a big deal, because we've been living upstairs, kind of like squatting upstairs with the kids and sharing bathrooms with teenagers, and that's it's dangerous. I mean, boys and I have teenage boys, and we've been sharing a bathroom with my daughter, and
I wouldn't even want to share a bathroom with a teenage girl.
no, she didn't want us in there. She was like, "You're messing with my groove. You're messing with my stuff. When are y'all moving back downstairs?" And so we moved back downstairs this weekend. I was very excited. We've been hanging pictures on the walls. They've been falling off the walls because apparently, did you know command strips come with instructions? I'm just throwing that out there.
I think this is where in Texas we say, bless her heart.
Bless my heart on a lot of things. I didn't know command strips came with instructions. All I saw in the package was holds up to 12 pounds. And I'm telling you, I don't have a picture in my house that weighs 12 pounds. And those suckers been dropping from 2 stories up. And when they hit my wooden stairs, they shatter.
Hold on. Let me ask this question.
What?
Okay, so did you open the command strips and just like put them on the wall?
No, we put them on the back of the picture. And then as my husband was standing on an upside down ladder on the stairs, braced by my 17-year-old son and me, my 14-year-old son,
gets better.
my 14-year-old son is handing him command strips. My daughter is rolling her eyes because she can't get past us on the stairs, and she's handing us pictures while we reach, and I'm asking my husband if his life insurance is paid for, because this is going to be a nasty fall when this happens.
So you know that the 14-year-old and the 17-year-old knew that you're supposed to read the directions, but they had other stuff to do that day.
Well, they didn't know either. They just do what they're told. And we told Ethan to steady the ladder with Mommy so Daddy doesn't break his neck. We told the other one to give us the strips. Meanwhile, nobody's asking, shouldn't we be hanging these with a hammer and a nail? And 24 hours later, these pictures start dropping like just out of the sky from 2 floors up. And let me just tell you, glass goes a long way on ceramic tile or travertine, whatever we have in the house. I don't know. It just
Moral of the story.
shatters. Read the directions, folks. And don't let me come to your house to hang
Moral
pictures.
of the story.
What?
It is cheaper to read the instructions
Yeah.
than it is to replace.
Everything. Everything. The pictures are even broken now, but they're scratched up. I mean, it's bad.
I really want to feel bad for you.
I know, but it's hard when you're laughing at me. It's hard.
I want to feel bad for you.
I know, but you don't. I know.
But most people, when they open up things like command strips that
They're
they're going to put
stickers.
on the...
They're out. You don't need instructions for I mean, I didn't think that you needed instructions
Okay, but
for stickers.
how many people think... Okay, raise of hands, show of hands. How many people think you can use stickers to put up an 8-pound picture on the wall? Raise of hands.
Okay, it didn't weigh 8 pounds, and I'm sorry, my husband's an Aggie, so
Show of
maybe
hands.
that's what it is. He's
Like, how
poor
many
Aggie.
people really
I
think
don't
that
know.
you could use... She just called them stickers herself.
Well, they are
stickers.
That's what they're supposed to do. They
put
say so.
A framed photograph. I saw the pictures as they fell. They're like this big.
They still don't weigh 8 pounds. It's not like they're made out of lead.
They're not these. Who thinks you could use stickers to put a framed photo this big with glass
Apparently
with
we
glass
did. Well, naturally.
on the wall with stickers?
Apparently we did, and let me just say, it didn't work out very well.
The blonde is real, folks.
I know.
The blonde is
the
real.
blonde hair is real. It's totally real. And if anybody doubts that, I mean, case in point, come to my house, you'll see the gaping holes. You know, go to my Facebook. You can see. I put it on Facebook. It's terrible.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You got anything better than that? I don't
You know, I
amaze you. I know. I leave you speechless. I know.
You make me feel good about being me. Sorry.
I'm sure a lot of people think that. That's fine.
But I love you.
I'm here for the comic relief. It's fine.
I heart you.
I know you do. I know you do.
So
you're welcome. And y'all are welcome for that. I'm sure somebody else could probably benefit from that
How about
story.
we talk about in the news?
No, that's
What
fine.
is going on in the news?
Well, I actually read an article from the Wall Street Journal, so that's got to be making me smarter than I seem right now if I'm picking up the Wall Street Journal, kind of.
I think people like you should read the Wall Street Journal.
Well, the only reason this caught my eye is because I have a little bit of experience with this particular story, and I'm not really sure. Well, I guess it has to do with retirement, so I can understand why it's in the Wall Street Journal. Have you thought about retirement? I mean, I know we're. I'm just saying. I know we're only 29, which is amazing that I have a 17-year-old son and I'm only 29. I don't do the math. It doesn't add up right. But people are, you've got to think about retirement. And so the new trend today is for 50-somethings to. They want to see the country. We live in a great country. It's beautiful from coast to coast, and they want to see what is on, like the I said East Coast, and I meant I don't know my directions either, so which is why I can't hang a picture. They want to see the West Coast from the East Coast, but they want to drive like these RVs. Well, I don't know if you've priced RVs lately. They're stupid expensive. They require lots of fuel, and it's a very, it's a great idea when you're, right off into the sunset. So instead of going out and buying these RVs, they're going to truck driving school, like 18-wheeler, long haul, over the road truck driving school. And this is something that the Wall Street Journal has just picked up on. My parents actually did this 10 years ago.
Okay.
Actually, I guess it was right around the time they turned 50. They had 2 very successful restaurants in Austin. I get a phone call from my mom, and she says, hey, we are selling the restaurants. We put the house on Craigslist, not Better Homes and Gardens, not, whatever what real estate people are, Craigslist, and they're going to truck driving school.
Okay.
And they have been 8, and my mother is 5 foot tall. I don't know how she reaches the pedals on this thing, but she could back an 18-wheeler up like it's no big thing. They went to truck driving school, and they cross country for 10 years. And they get to see the country coast to coast, and they get paid for it. Brilliant.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I don't think I would want to do it.
Well, I wouldn't want to do it either. And I'm not talking, these 18-wheelers are not like Smokey and the Bandit. I mean, they've come a long way since then. These are like motorhomes, and they're really nice rigs. They've got everything you could possibly want in there, except maybe a potty. I'm kind of partial to non-rest stop area bathrooms, but that's just me. But and some of them even have bathrooms in them. You go to truck shows. They've done all this. But anyway, the point is that's how they're planning for retirement. They want to drive. They want to see the country. Why not get paid for it? Something to think about.
That is.
Something to think about. Go to truck driving school. And then you can be like Smokey and the Bandit. But I don't recommend running booze illegally across state lines.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think so. Anyway.
I don't really do that either.
I don't recommend that. I recommend something legal, but just thinking. But my parents are trendsetters. Who knew? I had no idea. They were doing this 10 years before it was cool. Just saying. Just saying.
You're funny.
I know. But looks aren't
So
everything.
did you see the video with Lindsay Lohan?
Yes.
I don't know to be worried for her. I don't know to think she is
Off her meds.
on some meds. I don't know if she is on drugs, if she's seriously following
I don't
children traffickers. But the video that I saw was about 2.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
She's following this family, she says they're Syrian refugees.
In Moscow.
In Moscow. She is seriously, she's determined that they are trafficking this family.
She is 100% convinced. How many languages does she speak in the 2.5 minutes?
She is speaking I think she's
Russian?
maybe speaking Urdu. She's speaking Arabic.
And Russian.
And
something else.
She's speaking English broken in there.
Broken, I know, and
she's talking about being in Pakistan. I don't know.
I don't know what to do with that.
I don't know if she's on drugs. I don't know if
she needs to be.
Yes. So one of her friends in Cincinnati is, trying to get her back over here, saying that for her own mental health that she needs to be here.
I agree with that. She needs to be.
I think for her physical safety. She got punched in the video.
Face, which if somebody tried to take my children away from me, let me just help you understand something. I'm usually packing. So
well, yeah, but they're Syrian refugees. They're not packing. But she was they look like they were homeless.
Doesn't mean that they're trafficking children.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was other people that were trying to take the people from the kids.
Know.
It was a really dark video. She was telling the little boys, come with me.
You're safe with me.
You're safe with me. I'm going to take you.
I don't think so, Lindsay. I don't know.
She was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. And
I don't know.
Pray for Lindsay.
Pray for Lindsay.
Whether she's just on drugs or whether she's
having a mental breakdown, it happens. I mean, it happens. She's been a child star forever, and that's a lot of pressure. I'm not judging her. I'm just saying she's lived in the spotlight for so long that she may have a very seriously warped perception of reality. So there may be something there.
Something is wrong that in the middle of the night she's walking around the streets of Moscow looking for trafficked families.
Yeah.
So
she needs something.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, the Biebs, married Hailey Baldwin.
Into the Baldwin clan.
The Biebs is married.
And 12-year-old girls' hearts just broke all across the world. Right?
Can you believe it?
I don't know. How old is he?
He's in his 20s.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he apparently married Hailey Baldwin in New York.
Okay.
And I guess they attempted to get a prenup on the day that they got the marriage license and got married. And whoever they tried to get it from or whatever couldn't do it. So he just went ahead and got married. So he's worth
for him.
$250 million, reportedly. And she is worth $1 to $2 million. And he's not even trying to get a postnup.
If I had to live on $250 million, I mean, I guess I could make it work.
It'd be tough.
I'd have to scale some things back, but I mean, I guess I could live on $250.
He just says he's so in love that he doesn't need it.
I hope it works out for them. They married into the Baldwin clan. That's that's
it's psycho plus psycho.
So
maybe they will balance each other out.
Like attracts like. So we're gonna wish them well.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be.
Maybe they'll just balance each other out. Maybe they'll just both live a normal off the grid life. We can only hope.
That would be nice.
Yeah, we can only hope.
That would be nice. So if you would like to be part of this madness here, don't forget that we would love to plug your product. Message us at media
at Life Uncensored.
At Life Uncensored, and that's Life, L-Y-F-E, uncensored.com. We would love to be able to give a shout out to your fabulous product. If it's something that we can try, if it's something, for our hair, if you can make my hair do something other than this, on a rainy, wet day in Houston, let me know, because I would love to try it out.
May apply.
All magicians, that's right. All hair magicians, let me know, because I have so much product in my hair right now, you wouldn't even believe it. Well, you don't believe it because it's like this. But anyway, if you have product, any kind of products out there that you would love us to give you a shout out, contact us for media opportunities. We'd love to mention your product here. So,
yeah.
And
you could come sit and be with us.
Oh, we would love to have you in the hot seat. Look what I just did to my hair. I mean, good grief.
You're definitely not a hairdresser.
No, but I did used to be a nail tech, and I can still hang with the best of them. Check out my Instagram for pictures of me in my smock that I found this weekend.
You've worked?
I have worked in the past. I just don't really need to now. I had a job. I've had several at the same time.
Like, you know how to work?
I do know how to work. I know how to wait tables.
That's a hashtag WTH.
I know. We'll save that for later. I mean to drop that bomb on you right now, but
okay. So we do a segment here at Life Uncensored.
You're so hateful. You're so hateful. Called How to Be Mean to Your Friends. How to Win Friends and Influence People. No, that's not what this segment is called.
So
should be.
We have a segment here called Etiquette 101.
Chivalry 101. We haven't really decided. We're
Southern
both,
manners. Is chivalry dead?
Right. We haven't really named it yet.
We are reviving it.
We're bringing it back.
Yes.
JT style. We're bringing chivalry back. Are you surprised?
Do we have to pay for that?
I hope not. He would be thrilled. We let him sit in the hot seat. He would be thrilled to sit here.
We wouldn't have a very good show.
Why not? Is he not good? Do I not know that?
No, because we would be like too busy talking to him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would.
Still be all about us. Still be all about us.
I think that's like narcissistic personality disorder.
You know both of us have that.
I don't.
You do.
You might.
We do. Back on point. Chivalry 101.
First dates.
And first impressions. Hopefully this is not somebody's first time to watch this show, because that first impression would be a little rough. Sorry about that. How much is too much in the dating world? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about first dates. It has been a while since I've been on a first date. A long while.
It better have been.
Well, yeah. My husband's watching. Don't worry, baby. The last first date I was on was with you. And that was almost 20 years ago. And I remember it like yesterday. He took my breath away. I mean, like, I literally couldn't breathe when he walked into that restaurant. I could not breathe. We went, and the place is still open, so that's good. How much is too much on a first date? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was watching a Facebook post, and a guy said he would never pay more than $50 on a first date.
Was that in total? Was that per plate? Was that like just the total?
No, in total.
Like the total check,
well,
$50.
I assumed he meant in total.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't ask him. So that got me thinking, you know.
Nothing good can come out of that.
I know.
Just going to say.
Super scary. So I started thinking because, you know, as a woman, I mean, I don't really put a lot of thought into a guy, what he's paying or what he's doing on a first date. Now, I have heard my guy friends say, one in particular, my co-host on my Wednesday night show, Zeke, and he will say, you know, like some women will try to go like to the most expensive places or they'll order really expensive stuff and stuff like that. And I've never been one of those chicks ever.
No.
I'm more the kind of person.
Girl, you're doing it wrong. If that's what y'all are doing, that's not okay.
Now see, I'm more of the kind of person that I don't like a lot of people. So,
I like very few people, and
yeah.
I've made an even shorter list of people that like me.
So I'm more of the kind of person who I just want to meet like for ice cream, or I just want to meet I want to do something like that because I don't want to feel like I'm taken hostage. So if we go somewhere expensive, then that means I have to sit through more courses. That means I feel like you have me hostage. So
go back to our first episode when we talk about dating and setting the bar way up here. The bar is set up here. Skyla's bar is like 6 feet higher, so she wants to keep it simple on a first date because chances are you're not going to pass. That's why ice cream works, because when it's melted, oh my God, my ice cream's melted, it's time to go home.
I think I just spilled my ice cream on me. I gotta go.
I have to go change my shirt. I dribbled just a little bit. It's time to go. And you didn't pass.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah.
But so for me, and also for me, I don't want to feel any kind of obligatory anything. So I'm like, if it's short and simple and sweet and inexpensive, then I'm out. Like,
there shouldn't be any strings attached to anything.
No,
regardless.
I don't mean obligatory. I don't mean anything like that. I mean like to call you back, to answer your phone calls.
Okay.
All
right. That's what I mean. We're getting down a whole new path, and I'm thinking, no, we're not.
No.
We're not going there.
I mean, I don't want to feel like, oh, he was really nice, and we had this long conversation, and we had to wait for the waiter forever. You know, like it was. The more expensive the date, the longer the date, the more, like, for me, it's like, okay, now I know about his whole family. Now I feel like I'm obligated to be like at least a friend.
Now I have to go to his family reunion with him next weekend, and
he just told me about his son's baseball game this Saturday.
So I'm going.
I gotta go.
And I have a baseball cap now and a big giant #1 finger. Okay.
I just bought 7 candy bars from his kids.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
All right.
That's what I mean. I mean, it's like it's kind of like the first date for me personally is more like just a kind of like,
let's meet at Starbucks.
I know your real name.
Yeah.
I kind of see what you're about, how you dress, how you take care of yourself. That's more how I feel about a first date.
Okay.
It's more of just kind of a like seeing you off, because most people meet nowadays like social media, or they meet in passing somewhere, or, you know, it's not like in the olden days where
you did not
your grandma's grandma met, you know, hooked each other up through the family and the, you know.
You actually did meet at a family reunion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not so much like that anymore. So
I met my husband in a bar. So
yeah.
And I'd be afraid to walk into a bar today and pick up somebody or talk to somebody, or, I mean, it's different now. It's just very, very different now. And
and you met at a country bar.
I met at a country bar.
So did you dance?
No, I met him outside the bar.
Don't tell people that story.
I met him I was leaving. I was actually leaving. His friend started talking to me and he tried to chat me up to get me to go talk to my soon-to-be husband, and I shut him down in a hurry because his friend had on a wedding ring. And I was like, that's a no-no. That's a giant no-no.
So what was your first date?
Our first date, he tried to get my name, and the friend tried to get my name. And
that was your first date?
No. That was
so
at the club.
Date?
Jeff called me when I finally gave him my name and where I worked. He tracked me down. And I wouldn't give him a phone number. I wouldn't give him anything. I didn't even tell him my last name. I told him my first name and where I worked. And he tracked me down, called me the next day, and asked me out for a drink.
So your first date was a drink?
My first date was supposed to be a drink. And he walked in late. If you're watching, honey, you were late. 15 minutes late, and I was leaving. And I was walking out the door when he walked in. And I went, oh my gosh, he was not that cute last night. And we ended up having dinner there instead of just a drink. And that was it. I mean, that was it. And so, but I had some reservations. I mean, I still had some reservations.
So your first date was going to be a drink. It wasn't
going to be dinner. It was going to be a drink. I didn't know this man. I knew he hung out with a married man that hung out in clubs. And so that was a red flag for me. And so that wasn't going to be something.
So for your single friends, do you know of them like setting a certain amount? Do they?
I don't know that, and see, I'm a terrible feminist. So when it comes to a first date, that's not my job. It's if you want to go out with me, and I did this all through my singleness, and my girlfriends told me I was never going to get married. I was the first one to get married. That I was never going to get married because I was so mean to the guys. That if you wanted to date me, you needed a plan. It's not my job to come up with how you want to court me. So as the man, and you find somebody that you want to go out with, you need to have a set plan. Don't be wishy-washy and say, well, and I get it, you want to take her where she wants to go. Like if she hates Chinese food, you're not going to take her to the, Shogun or whatever. You're going to take her to someplace she wants to eat. If she hates Italian, don't take her to an Italian restaurant. You ask her what kind of food she likes, and you build on it from there.
So you think a first date should be dinner?
Depending on, yeah, I mean, that's how it used to be. I mean, that's, or meet her for a drink or meet her for ice cream or coffee. See how that goes. Ask her what she wants to do. And, and Jeff asked me if I would meet him for a drink, and I said yes. And while we were there, we got to talking and we got hungry. So we stayed for dinner.
So be flexible.
Be flexible.
Be flexible.
Be flexible.
So that's more, because I think that's more.
But as guys, you always need to have a plan in your back pocket. You always need, if you're going to meet for coffee, then you always need to have in your back pocket, hey, do you want to go catch a movie? If it's going well. If it's not going well, then so nice to meet you. Hope you enjoyed your latte. If it's not going well. If it's going well, hey, do you want to go catch a round of mini golf? I mean, I don't know, something. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. So trying to impress, this is something that we kind of talked about. Trying to impress is one thing, but stretching way above your means is another.
Yeah.
Because like guys who try to take a girl out, because this was another thing, like when guys just try to like go way above and beyond on the first date.
They're means.
But then they can't continue to do that second date, third date, fourth date.
Yeah.
Then they're setting expectations so high that they're setting the girl up for unmet expectations.
Right, and something and she's gonna, through no fault of her own, she's gonna expect that kind of lifestyle or that kind of treatment because on a regular basis because that's what you've shown her. That's what if you take her to a 5-star restaurant on your first date, then she's going to think, oh my gosh, this is
the lifestyle
that I'm going to, this is great. And on your second date, you take her and you go to the you buy her a Louis or you buy her, whatever, you buy her something, sparkly and nice. And you continue to do that, but you can't make your rent because you're doing this for for this woman that you're trying to impress. That doesn't make any sense. So, because most girls, I would say, they just want a good guy. They just want a good man. Stuff doesn't matter. It's great to have. It's fun to have. It's not a necessity. A good man is.
Yes.
A good partner is. That's something that you can't buy.
No.
You need somebody to be there who knows what your tears taste like. You need somebody to be there, that will sit in the middle of your closet floor and watch you cry or listen to you rant or just sit there in silence when there's nothing that either one of you can do about your day. And having money is not gonna get that.
No, and the same with women. If you start out with a guy who's taking you to all these lavish places and doing all this, and then you're 3 months into the relationship and he has no substance.
Why are you with him?
No, but it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Because that's what you set yourself up for. That's what you wanted out of the relationship was those sparkly things and those nice places to go.
Yep.
So you did it to yourself.
You did it to yourself, and you just don't need you don't need that. And and this is something that you need to learn in high school. I mean, I have teenage boys, and they, one of them's dating, one of them's not. They, want to take their girl, he wants to take his girlfriend to some fancy places. That's great. Do you have a job? And yes, as a matter of fact, he does. So when they go out to super fancy places, he pays for it, but not on my payroll. You want to eat on my payroll, you're going to Applebee's, or you can take her to IHOP. But these fancy places, that's not something that you need to learn what to expect when you're in high school. Though I don't eat
You're
at
setting
5-star
yourself
restaurants.
and your girlfriends up for unrealistic expectations. Because when you get into college and then when you first graduate college, you can't afford that.
You can't afford anything. I mean, no, you can't afford anything. So those are just things to think about, because that's not really what relationships are about. That's not what dating is about. You do need to put your best foot forward on your first date, in the fact that you need to be a gentleman. And you need to open her doors. We've talked about this before. You need to open her doors. You need to make sure that you're paying attention to what she's saying to you. You need to look her in the eyes. You don't need to be thinking about something else. You don't need to be on your phone, ladies. Your Instagram can wait. Guys, you don't need to be thinking about what you're going to do afterwards if the date is a bust. Be in the moment. But
be attentive.
Be attentive, both of you. And so this is, it's not about the money. It's about being in the moment and being present and being there. And you don't need to stretch yourself so thin that you can't make your rent. So, anyway, that's it.
And that's our opinion.
That's our opinion. So, now, Life 101.
You think you're ready for that?
I don't know.
We're going to go from deep to deep?
We're going to go from deep to deeper. So here it goes.
Life 101, if this is your first time watching our show, this is Life Uncensored with Skyla Dawn.
Dallas Lewis.
And Life 101 is a...
this is vodka, by the way.
It isn't. It's just
we're getting
water.
deeper. It's just water. I'm just kidding.
Life 101 is our relationship topic. So it is the topic that we talk about our relationships between men and women, between friends, between coworkers, our children. And today it is going to be friendships between family.
Between family and friends.
And friends. It's both. Just real quick, I'm going to take a really quick break. Nina, can you grab the YouTube real quick? Our YouTube is messing up. Go to there you go. Okay, so Life 101, what we are going to do is...
Intermission.
Yeah, it's a really quick one.
Life 101.
Yes, so today we are going to talk about, this is kind of going to be the topic. God gave us friends to make up for our relatives.
You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends.
Yes.
Except Skyla. I didn't really choose Skyla. She kind of chose me, and I'm so thankful for that. That was such a mean look. Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's not true.
I know.
No, but growing up, I saw there was this plaque that was on. There was a plaque that was on my next door neighbor's wall forever, and it said that God gave us friends to make up for our relatives. And I never understood that when I was a kid. And then, as I got older,
she grew up.
I understood what that meant, because I've been really blessed with some really, really, really good friends and some really good girlfriends. And then I understood that that God does give us friends in the place. I haven't lived around family in 20 years.
Same.
20 years.
Same.
Yeah.
Me either.
And so luckily I have friends that step in and help me. They helped me raise my son. They've helped me through all the trials and tribulations of life. They helped me start my business. They helped me through my separation with my ex. They've helped me with my, going through doing my radio show and stepping out and doing this show, Life Uncensored. This was like a big deal and a big choice in life to do. And we've gone through some heavy heavy stuff to do this
Call
show
it persecution.
and bring this show to you guys. So we decided to do this topic because it was really close to both
It was
of
close.
us.
Yeah, it was, and it's very real. It's very real.
Yes, and for a lot of people, we know it's not just for us, it is for a lot of people. So, families of origin from birth, we learn how to form and build those relationships with our siblings and our cousins. We learn that those
Our
are
parents, our aunts, uncles, grandparents. I mean, we learn the building blocks of relationships.
and that those are the people that we go to. Those are the people that we we form our relationships with. And like with me growing up, I had such a big family that those were my friends. Those were the people that I hung out with. Those were the people that I did everything with. So when I moved away, it was really hard for me to make other friendships and to go out to trust other people, to rely on other people, and to count on other people. But then I had to learn that as I started growing and developing and getting on a different path than my family,
Yep.
then there started being
Tension.
well, there could be. I was going in different directions. They're going in different directions, and it's hard because when you then talk to your family members, like when I talk to my sister, she doesn't know my friends here.
Right.
So when I'm talking about my friends here, she doesn't know. There can be some, or when she's doing stuff with her friends, I can be like jealous. I'm like, well, who's so and so? Well, why are you going here with them? Or what? Like, I want to be there with you. I want to be going with you there or doing that with you there. And or she doesn't understand the struggles that I'm going through here with what I'm having to go through because she works a regular job and I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I work for myself and I'm,
Right.
I have the long hours and the
odd hours.
The odd hours. She has longer hours than me, but I have odd
hours. Distance is more than geography.
Yes.
Distance is more than geography, and I think that we both experienced that when we moved away from our families.
Yeah. So you go ahead and tell your
situation.
situation.
My family lives they live 1,800 miles away from me. And when I moved to Houston, they only lived 200 miles away from me. But it was a different point in their life and a different point in my life. And I am much, much older than my sisters. You ask them, they'll tell you she's our much older sister. And so I was very much at a different point in my life when I got married and started having kids, because when I started having kids, my sisters were still in middle school. So it was a very, that's something that they couldn't even comprehend. Well, now that they're adults, they're going in different directions. And I've done all of the single things. I've done all of the single life. I've done all of the struggle. I did have a job. I did have a couple of jobs. No, I did. I swear, I've got pictures. And, and there were times I couldn't pay my rent, that I couldn't make my car payment. I mean, there were lots of times when I had to do that. Thankfully, now I'm in a place where that's not such a big concern of mine anymore. I have other concerns. I have other issues. And I'm trying something new, and I'm trying something different that seems out of the box. And I get some pushback from family. I get some pushback from friends. But the relationships that I'm forming, that I have now, because I've lived so far away from my family for such a long time, the relationships that I have now are closer, they're closer, they're different than family. And that's okay. It's not, they're not the same. They're not necessarily better. They're just different, because you've got to have people that you can rely on that are here next to you. And if I lived maybe closer to my family, if Skyla lived closer to her family, then the distance, maybe the emotional distance, the geographical distance wouldn't be such an issue. But sometimes God puts us in places where He knows that we need to be, and He puts others in places where they need to be, and we wouldn't necessarily reach our full potential if we were in the same place at the same time. And I fully believe that. So, try and remember that when we have, we take different paths, we make different choices, and all of our choices have consequences, good, bad, or ugly. All of our choices have consequences, and they all equal just different endings. So, that's something that we need to think about sometimes. And it looks different for every person.
I went to South by Southwest. Well, I go to South by Southwest. It's a music conference in Austin, and I went a few years ago. I've gone every year for like 8 years, and 2 or 3 years ago, I think 3 years ago, I went, and when I came home, I said, I feel like Houston's my home now. I feel like Houston has, do you remember?
I do, I remember that.
I feel like Houston has officially adopted me.
Yep.
Because when I went, I knew so many people, and I go by myself. And I went out there, and it was like I couldn't go 10 feet without somebody yelling my name or saying something to me or coming up to me. I knew so many people out there and so many Houston artists. I know. Stop it. But I knew so many Houston artists, and at night when I was out there, different Houston artists were like, hey, who are you with? Come with me, let me take you back to your hotel. And I went out there by myself because it's easier for me to get around and travel and go to the different showcases and do the things that I want to do selfishly, because there's certain artists I want to see and there's certain things I want to do. I'm not necessarily wanting to go to the big name people's stuff. I want to see some of the newer artists or some of the,
the local,
underground or off the wall, kind of off the beaten path stuff. And I like to just stand outside and watch the outside performing people, and I just kind of like traveling and around and doing my own thing.
Right.
And so and I meet up with different people at different times and stuff, but I saw so many people I knew, and so many people were so good to me, and I said, I finally feel like Houston is my home. And they've adopted me, and I say that quite often now, but that's when I actually felt it. And so when Harvey hit, my family, it was really hard on my mom and my sister. We had a fight. If they're watching right now, they can attest to that. We had a fight because they were digging their heels in. Get your arse in the car and come home. Come to Oklahoma. Get out of the way of the storm. It's coming your way. Come home. And I said, I am home. I've got to be here, because if the storm hits and people can't get into the city, I need to be here to help.
Right.
Because I knew my neighborhood would not flood, and that I could not be here to help, because I knew, first of all, I know a buttload of people, so I would be able to help, which I did.
Yep.
And so I knew that I would be able to
organize
people.
And put people in action where they needed to be.
Yes.
And she did.
And I did, yeah. So, and I needed to be able to do that. And if I was outside of the city, I wouldn't be able to do that so well.
She couldn't have gotten back in.
Yeah. And so I told my mom, I was like, I know how scared you are for me, but I know that I'll be safe here. And I won't leave my house unless I know that I'm safe leaving the house, because I won't put other people in jeopardy coming to save me.
Right.
But I know I need to be here so that I can organize things and get things going. And it was really hard for my mom and my sister, but every day I made a video to let them know I was okay, and video that, show around my house so they knew I wasn't flooded and I was okay. And that made them feel comforted. So I did that for them. But after they saw all of the work that I was doing and all the stuff that I organized, my mom ended up telling me, she was like, I now understand why you couldn't leave.
Right.
So I'm blessed in the sense that my family realizes that I have made family through my friends.
Yes.
And so, like my family knows you. My sister knows you as being my sister here.
I love it.
So my family knows Sean and knows Tanya. They know.
Tanya, we're about to be sisters.
Yes.
You and me.
Well, they've already adopted you.
I love it. I love it.
You just don't know that yet. But they know that my friends here are my family, because they know that how well taken care of I am here and how much I would do for them.
Right.
So I'm blessed in the sense that my family knows that they are my extended, that this is my extended
Right. And
family.
so for anybody that is struggling with that, whether you've got some distance going on with your family that you live next door to, or distance because of geography and emotions, you've got friends that are placed around you for a reason. Lean on them and use them, because they are going to be your lifeline, and they are going to want to share things with you, and you can share things with them. And we were not meant to do this life thing by ourselves. We were meant to live in community with each other. And so lean on the people that are around you, whether they are blood to you or whether they are family through adoption, basically. And because we're all adopted. And so we've all got friends that we need to lean on like family. So that's basically the bottom line, is that family is family, whether you're born into it or whether you're brought into it. So Life 101. Life 101.
And treat each other good.
Yeah, be nice to each other. Just be nice. Things aren't always what they seem. Just be nice.
This world sucks as it is.
It does.
Just be kind to each other.
Just be kind. So
Okay.
now, favorite part. Now that we were heavy and heavier, now we're going to go to hashtag WTH. All right, this is my favorite thing of the week. I looked at a lot of things this week. I asked my kids a lot of things, and this is contributed by my husband. Thank you, baby. I love you for this.
Oh yeah, this was a really good one.
This was good. This was super good. I encourage everybody to look it up. We tried to find out where he was. We could not find out where this horse is.
No, but it's
Pinto.
somewhere. It looks like it's like in Oklahoma.
It's got to be somewhere.
The lady's really country.
She's really country. She's really funny, but she's really country. Pinto, the dead horse. But he's not really dead. He's just playing dead. And people stop on the side of the road. They find the house that this woman lives in, and so they're like, "Lady, you got a dead horse." So she videos Pinto, the horse, the dead horse. Mm-hmm. He's got his legs up in the air like he's in full rigor, and he's not. He's not dead. He just looks dead, and he won't get up. She starts chunking stuff at him, and he sniffs it like it might be a treat, like an apple or a sugar cube or something. And then he just turns his head, and he's like, "I can't be bothered with this right now." Pinto, the dead horse.
He is hilarious.
It's so funny.
He honestly reminds me of Juju.
He does remind me of Juju a little bit.
Because he is just like spoiled and just wants attention.
He wants attention. He's doing it for attention.
And he just lays out in that field.
Yeah, and then just
So cute.
stretches. Google Pinto, the horse that plays dead.
Yeah,
and
if you just put in Pinto.
Yeah, it pops
you'll
right
get
up. Hashtag WTH.
This next thing is really gross.
Yeah, this grossed me out.
So candy canes.
Yeah.
Which I love, and I
do.
always have a million of them. I have the peppermint kind. I have the fruit flavored that are all different colors.
I hang them on my trees all over the house.
Blueberry flavored. I have
that's
boxes
gross.
of them. Oh, they're so good. The blueberry
so
ones.
gross.
Oh,
Anyway.
they're so good. Cotton candy. They're so good.
Again, candy
They
canes are
have-
supposed to be peppermint. That's just.
Oh, I have all flavors. They
Peppermint.
have macaroni and cheese flavored candy canes.
Gross. I mean, I just.
Hashtag
WTH. Because we can't say anything stronger.
Yes.
Ew.
That's like, ick.
Nasty. All right. So we talked about Justin Bieber earlier. He married into the Baldwin clan. So Billy Baldwin, I think he's like the youngest of the Baldwin brothers. I don't know. The looks started to fade as the Baldwin brothers had more. They had more and more, and Billy got the short end of that stick. So maybe that's why he's doing this. He's auctioning his +1 to the Bieber wedding because they got married at the JP, so now they're going to have this big shindig. Billy Baldwin is actually going to auction off his +1. I'm going to pass on that.
But how tacky is that? You're auctioning off your +1 to your niece's wedding.
Yeah.
To Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Hashtag WTH. And I might want to throw in, you need some help.
Yeah, or maybe like the Biebs needs to take away his initial invite.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. You need to find something else to do that. Go to Vegas. If you need something to do that weekend that's tasteless and tacky, go to Vegas.
You can do this next one.
All right. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this one. I don't know why you would give it to me.
Because you...
All right. So people that wear glasses, sometimes they have problems with them sliding off their nose. I mean, I don't really wear glasses, but I can imagine, golly, these are dirty. And I can't see. So they slide down and they bother people. So they're always pushing them back up. Never fear. There's a company that has now given you Nerdway. no lie, nerd way, it's glasses wax. And it's like a chapstick that you put right across the bridge of your nose, and it sticks your glasses in place.
There is no way I'm putting anything on my face that says nerd.
No. I mean, not even these. These, I mean, we look cute in these. But nerd
These
way.
are Betsy Johnson. I'm not wearing anything that says nerd.
Nerd way? Really? Who's your
Hashtag
target audience?
WTH.
WTH. No. I just can't.
Not
I just
happening.
can't. All right, you got the last one.
Because you're just so happy about this one.
I can't even.
Cardi B.
I can't even.
Cardi B, what are you doing?
Girl.
What are you doing?
Girl,
Cardi B.
we are going to stage an intervention for you.
Yes. So she has to turn herself in
Oh my
in New
God.
York
Yes.
for an ordered attack on 2 female bartenders in a New York City strip club for allegedly sleeping with her husband.
She's
Okay.
25 years old.
She is not 15,
No,
not even 17.
grown ass woman.
She's 25 with a child who is with a man who
Is known
Sleeps
for
around.
sleeping around.
she married him after he cheated on her.
Big mistake. I can't even with this.
She's ordering her posse to attack
2
chicks
female bartenders.
at
Yeah.
a strip club.
Girl, keep your shoes on your feet and your hands to yourself. Hashtag WTH. What in the world?
Come
no.
on. Cardi.
Stop. Just stop. Enough.
She's more than intervention. I need to shake her.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, we're going to stage an
Chica,
intervention with her. You got to
come
stop.
on.
You got to stop. So I can't even with her. I can't even. I can't even.
I'm like, maybe you should marry someone who doesn't cheat on you before you get married. That's a thought.
Cardi B, baby, you need Jesus. So I'm going to say you need to go back to church.
How about just a new husband?
How about
How
you
about
need
that?
Jesus? And this pumpkin, I swear, me and this
Happy
pumpkin
Halloween,
going to go
boo!
round and round.
So,
that's our show.
that is Life Uncensored.
Life Uncensored.
Yes, I think this is like episode 4 now.
I don't know. We're doing
Wow.
great. I mean, we're still here. So yay. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all have a great week.
Yes.
And email us, media,
Yes, media
at Life
Uncensored.
Life Uncensored,
With a Y.
LYFE, lifeuncensored.com. Thoughts
Or advertise with
or
us.
advertise with us.
Yes.
We'd love to hear from you.
And you can subscribe to our YouTube. Go
Yeah.
to Skyla Dawn. It's youtube.com/Skyla Dawn. Subscribe to our YouTube. You can
Yep.
go to our Twitter is Life Uncensored.
Instagram,
Instagram,
Life Uncensored.
it is
Facebook,
Life Uncensored Show.
show.
And we will be here every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll do something another time where we just log on to our YouTube and talk to you guys if you subscribe.
If you subscribe.
So subscribe to our YouTube.
Yep.
Maybe we'll answer some of your questions because I know
Yep.
you're just dying to ask us questions.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Thank you
So,
for all the comments on my Instagram. I'm not gonna be able to see it until I.
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone
sometime.
But my YouTube handle is DH Lewis. If you want to follow me on Instagram, DH Lewis, LOUIS.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for the love and
Thank you,
support.
thank you,
We'll
thank
see you
you.
next Tuesday.